I've always been a firm believer this character is broken. I mean,
Samus, I agree.
Not like DLC broken, but the character has a lot more than meets the eye than what we kind of see. And then, of course, what needs to be said about Game & Watch that we have now said a billion times already. Friends, make some noise. Let's lock in. It's the first game here, top 8, and I wouldn't have asked for a better match right here. Top 8, loser side.
Vamos a darle, Puerto Rico. Tenemos a sebayee y a Headshot. Dos competidores definitivamente que lo han dado todo. They have given it their all, and it's hard. This matchup might be incredibly difficult. Right now, they're button mashing right now, checking their buttons, making sure that everything is working as intended. Now, Rod, as we prepare ourselves and jump into this first game off the block, Samus and Mr. Game & Watch seems like a favorable matchup for Game & Watch, at least on paper, right? I mean, we get that bucket to get rid of the charge shot and deal with those projectiles specifically. I don't know. I've seen Headshot be very scrappy as well.
Yes, I mean, as you should be with Samus. I do think that Samus is she's a night and day sort of lady. One day she feels a certain way about the matchup, and then she feels completely different a little bit later. And what I mean by that is, lower percent, you get a very different power to Samus. You get dash attack, strings. You get down throw in the forward air. You get short hop there, which is really safe on shield. But all that stuff to be said, Game & Watch is not their traditional character. Samus's combos, some of them are great, some of them are really strong, but they're not airtight. Right. And if there's ever a character to expose how not tight your combos are, it's definitely Mr. Game & Watch with that ability just to up B out of harm's way. So this is going to be an interesting one for sure. Samus, of course, with that long-range game, we do get to see the charge shot, Ferg. I'm so glad you brought that up. But the weird part about the charge shot is that you only really see it used when it's ready to be used. More times than not, it's used as almost like a bait. Right. The charge shot cancel into something up close because we're now doing CQC. So everybody's got to dig into their bag of tricks, friends. We lied. This is game number 1 right here, a top 8. Let's do it.
Ahora sí, Puerto Rico se levanta. Headshot versus sebayee. This is the beginning, and that was something that I wanted to mention. Both of them basically have the same tool, that up B out of shield, just to pull the trigger whenever it's necessary. They could both benefit from those instantly. So it's interesting to see how they will fare against each other's tactics that very similarly work against each other.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, when both sides kind of have a cut and dry game plan, somebody's going to have to be the one to get a little bit more innovative right now. Sebayee looking really good on the way down. Trying to go for there to give himself some coverage there right on shield. And again, if things are like kind of safe versus most characters, Samus is good. But if it ain't 100% your favorite, Game & Watch is going to up be out of harm's way and go up a stock right here in game number 1.
Yeah, even though Samus's armor makes her quite heavy and quite hard to take stocks early on, Mr. Game & Watch, once he finds those confirms, he will take advantage of those situations. Samus does have good options here to try to deal with the pressure that Game & Watch is putting, but of course, you overextend and you are in danger.
No doubt about that. Danger indeed right now. No Ridley needed here for this Samus. Yeah, get bucketed. Okay. Good stuff. Has you off stage. Now, Samus, of course, can be off stage a while, so you're going to have to really dig into your bag as Game & Watch to get this off stage pressure going. Air on the way down, -5, and there's the back here. You are minus a stock.
Yeah, good pressure there for Samus, knowing that the weight of Mr. Game & Watch allows for early stocks as well. But once again, pressure is complicated, especially when it comes to jugglers. See Mr. Game & Watch take advantage of that heavy frame of Samus to try to keep her in the air, and it's working, Rod.
It most certainly is. She doesn't quite have that luxury at these low percents to go in for like down throw into something. If you overextend too much, Game & Watch will make you pay for it, courtesy of that first stock here. Back onto the stage, up B in the corner, and yeah, put the IKEA away. I think I see the chair come out. Yeah, put the IKEA up.
I am loving the way that the Headshot is just staying off stage for the most part, and it's making it very hard for sebayee to get anything started, except, of course, with those confirms, especially that's good. Still, not enough damage. Love the pressure the Headshot is putting out. He could take advantage of that. Looking for a spike, and something that has worked in prior sets, Rodney.
It most certainly has, but let's be honest, sir, trying to spike Game & Watch is no easy feat. Like, every time I see it, it's like seeing like a rare colored Pokemon. I'm like, did I just see what I think I saw? So, obviously, keep going for it if the situation arises, but let's see how the rest of this is all going to unfold. Getting a lot of mileage right here off of that Zaire. We're putting on a percent, but we got to get this stock taken. There's the
Nice, okay, he didn't overextend too much there. Good pressure, love to see just how well Headshot feels, at least comfortable enough to be face-to-face to a Game & Watch that is looking for the kill confirm, especially as percentage rises. Good pressure on the ledge, but of course, the panicky up B will always allow Mr. Game & Watches to just go away with murder. But Oil Panic, that's something that I haven't seen in a while, actually.
Yeah, you know, but it kind of goes back to what we talked about coming into this match. It's the dichotomy of, should I be using my projectiles? Should I not? Samus's projectiles obviously are used to put on percent. At like medium charge shot can also be used to like string combos along. The move is super plus on shield too, so like if it hits shield, your opponent's kind of stunned, you can go in, go for another follow-up. But when you start shooting them, when you get too charge shot happy or missile happy, right? That's kind of the game Game & Watch wants you to play. Now, I do like the fact that, you know, Headshot got close, try to, you know, scare him to drop shield and go for the down tilt. Yeah, sebayee said, bro, look, this ain't my first top 8 in first attack. Yeah, I'm not dropping shield until I'm ready, bro.
Also, they are kind of used to each other. They have played quite a lot before. Now that we're moving into Town and City, those lateral blast zones will certainly, hopefully, help Headshot in trying to get stocks, especially on the sides where the back airs will certainly prove to be his finest, or in this case, Samus, her finest weapons if that were to connect.
See, as you see right there, he's stunned a little bit, gives her the opportunity to come in and kind of break that zone where Game & Watch kind of wants to go for like short hop there, short hop back here to, you know, really reclaim that space. Not giving it to you. There's the IKEA. Dash attack on the way in and trying to find the projectile system that is that foyer to catch you out of tether.
Also, I'll be perfectly honest with you, Rodney. I don't know if it's because I'm old, but this setting in the scenery is kind of messing up because both of them are colored like the backgrounds, like both Mr. Game & Watch and Samus, they're kind of blending in with the scenery behind them, at least with the time, and it's not looking pretty, at least for me. Now watch out, we have an Oil Panic, but the quick hit comes out to get rid of that early stock. Now, Headshot could take advantage of this situation. Hey, at least 50%, that's pretty decent.
I'm telling you, right, Samus turns into a different lady once she gets that lead, but that lead is no longer with us anymore. It went the way of the dinosaurs, and we got even stocks right here across the board. But smart right here on the Headshot to lose that stock, but still lean into the Zare concept. I love that. It's the safe poke, keeps you at bay, keeps you honest, and more importantly, keeps your feet on the ground. Game & Watch is a dangerous man. He's going for short hop there, short hop back here.
Love the sentience there from Headshot, not staying where sebayee wanted him, which was within grab range. Love to see the spacing in which Headshot is being very careful. Love it, just the way that you called it. The Zares just allowing him to make sure that the distance is right so that he stays out of the first options that Game & Watch has.
Oh my God.
Still, gotta be careful. You cannot overextend like that.
Hey, my God, bringing the hammer to Puerto Rico right here, I see. Nice, the turnaround F smash has you caught off stage, and again, despite the fact that you can float quite a while, I love the resiliency right here on the Headshot to just keep going for down smash in the corner. There's Zare, don't being broken by sebayee. Get off of that platform. Come down here and face me.
Now watch out, a charge shot might become a tool that's necessary here to get something started, to get a lead, but Headshot knows that he needs to be careful, mindful of how that approach happens. Otherwise, that would be a very prominent sellout for him. It's a dash attack, actually what allows Samus to get that stock, but eats, once again, those low percent confirms that Samus does have to happen in order to keep the lead that he currently has.
And it's good to say that too, because he has to tweak them every so often, you know. Again, you don't have that luxury going for like just a willy-nilly grab into something nice down there, right into, or up air, excuse me, right into the nair. And then, of course, we're back off again once more in the magnifying glass, but not enough to get the stock taken. My goodness, he said, you go low, I go lower.
Love it. Great reactions from sebayee, being ready for the tech on the stage. Still surviving over 180. That is quite a lot. Love to see it. Very patient, not pulling the trigger just yet, waiting for a good opportunity. Instead, that backfires quite a bit. Still nothing too crazy. 71% is actually something that Samus could definitely work with. I'd be pretty scared if I was sebayee.
No doubt about it. You know, sebayee just really struggling right here to find just a foot in the neutral. Using that short hop forward air just to force the bomb, to force maybe Headshot to shield so they can get a little close. I mean, if we talk about how dangerous Samus is after a grab, same could certainly be said for Game & Watch given the right set of circumstances, but finds herself in the corner. Re-grab. There's the grab I was talking about.
Love to see that missed shot because that means that sebayee has another opportunity. He needs to come back quick before the charge shot becomes a reality, becomes a bigger threat than it is. Good patience, still missing out on the downer. This could be a very important opening for sebayee. If he manages to keep headshot in the air, that would mean a lot of damage will be dealt.
That's right, and of course, no platforms right here to cushion that landing. You're kind of at, the mercy of sebayee's whim. Off stage, back air's coming. It's just a matter. Oh no, not like this. Saves the jump. He lived to fight another day on the platform. Center stage is playing this game, but the floor is lava. The stove is hot. As you see right here, headshot definitely bringing the heat. Game number 2 right here, top 8. Mass open.
That was more of a body shot, like right there in front of him. That was so close of a shot. Still super scary. Imagine if that had either charged the bucket or reflected. That would have been way worse for sure. The percentage was high. I'm pretty sure a reflected charge shot would have been deadlier than what it was. But still, great stuff from both of these competitors. They're only recognizing where they hurt the most. I love to see how well they are adapting.
I mean, it goes to show how important maintaining a lead is. Now, obviously, for those of us listening, they're like, no, duh, Rod. Of course you want the lead in the fighting game. But for two characters like we talked about coming into this, comprised of some similar ingredients in terms of how they approach the neutral, it's so important for headshot to get the lead because now hard shot becomes more of a thing at those dark red percents. When you have the lead, now your opponent's not so quick to try to go for a reflex. Uh-oh, put that down there. Away, said sebayee. We got you in the corner. There's there. Okay.
I also have a slight feeling that sebayee feels or maybe thinks that it would be too predictable to throw a charge shot, so that's why headshot is using those quite effectively because he's like, nah, he's not gonna shoot me. I have a bucket. Why would you shoot at me? Why would you give me a weapon? But that's exactly what headshot is using in his favor. Every single charge shot has been working for the most part. So it's kind of something that you have to consider. Now that we have a full bucket, you know that the stock will disappear soon.
That's right, man. And again, even if the charge shot does land, the looming threat of it is enough to keep even a talented player like sebayee on high alert. But when I should be on high alert right now is headshot. sebayee with a very strong lead. And of course, showing no signs of slowing down as it shows here. Not allowing a headshot any sort of free access points and putting on that low percent Samus stuff. Keeping him out, keeping this W within right here.
I gotta be mindful because it's their territory right now. Love it. Backer instead just goes out quickly to make sure that the stock is taken. Only 2 stocks. This could be a very important opening, but fortunately for sebayee, that is not the case. Love the way that headshot just went out of the stage just to make sure. We don't get to see too often. You said
the rare Pokemon is here, brother. I didn't think we're gonna be able to see it, but we got one. And you know what? Samus is down there. It's pretty large and in charge, all things considered. So
yeah.
It takes a lot of commitment to go for something like that. It's almost like Mark Lucina's down there where it's like if you fastball or time it wrong, you will KO as well. So great stuff right here on headshot. Has themselves a lead. And sebayee's showing them how the sausage gets made in the corner. There's the back here, gets a double. And we get a triple.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be fair, it's a big gamble. Big gamble, but you have to go for those. They recognize this, and they're going hard at each other. Even percentages, once again, last stock, even in scores as well. It has to be super scary. Both of them are adapting so well, and their reactions have been so hard to deal with because they pretty much know what their opponent is looking for.
Of course, got to bring something a little bit innovative to the table, but not so innovative that it deviates you from your game plan. Buckets out. We're putting the charge shot away. They're down there, though.
He loves it.
Yes, down there right into upbeat, clean stuff right now. sebayee electing to just break away. Looking for a reset on the neutral. You leave your feet. You're going to eat a lot of damage here.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. Not only landing on the up smash, but also shooting the charge shot in the opposite direction and staying airborne, which is exactly what Mr. Gaming Watch wants. Now, got to be mindful here, because at the ledge, see a lot of that bacon and eggs, just making sure to add a little bit of extra pressure. Love to see his headshot's reaction there to avoid getting absolutely decimated by the oil panic.
Yeah, we've seen that adaptation like we talked about before. Nice, tries to run right in after forcing an awkward air dodge. There's, oh my God, okay, there's up tilt. No follow-up, and that's going to be enough to do it.
Okay.
I thought we were for sure going to see up tilt into something, even though I knew it wasn't true. Just the ability to jump up there and show yourself could have forced an option, but sebayee, one step ahead of the competition right here.
They're not too far behind, honestly. I think headshot is doing a really good job at keeping up against a matchup that, again, in paper seems awful.
Yeah.
Atrocious. The fact that you're not able to use your projectiles as intended, definitely messes up with your game plan. But honestly, Headshot has been doing a phenomenal job at circumventing this restriction.
No doubt about it. Sebayee, though, right now looking very strong right here. 2 games. The Headshots won. We got to see some adjustments here and fast. Because as it stands right now, I mean, Sebayee looking just as strong as ever, if not stronger. Okay. Looking good. Nice. Goes for the down there. Off the mark. It has them stuck on that top platform. This is a spot that Headshot has been caught in time and time again. I love the fact that Sebayee knows how to place these uppers perfectly. Keep Headshot off the center stage. Excuse me.
Love the way the mid-sized charge shots are just messing up with Sebayee's movement, and Headshot is taking advantage of that situation in conjunction with what the Sayers have to offer. I think Headshot is doing a phenomenal job. Those down there, oh my god, that was such a clean extension. A good confirm there. Of course, risking a little bit, but ultimately the price was right.
No doubt about it, man. High risk, high reward. And as it stands right now, Headshot looking kind of the riskiest of them all. Sebayee, though, still in this right there.
Wow.
Toss the IKEA out, and we are back up in it and hopefully ready to win it here. All off stage. Cannot go for like grab it to down throw with these low percent exchange. I cannot express enough how important those openings are for somebody like Samus. And so, where you can't find that, you start to go for Zare a lot.
Good call out too from Sebayee, knowing that Headshot was going to retreat back to the platform and extending with an air. Loved to see just that sentience, just recognizing where Headshot was going to be. Again, lots of pressure, especially in the ledge. Extensions are extremely important. Once again, the Morph Bomb allowing Headshot to just stop Sebayee's approach.
Sebayee right there has one step ahead of Headshot. I love that run up F tilt. I almost love the confidence from Sebayee's spot dodge even more. Not allowing any sort of free openings in the neutral, especially when it comes to close quarter combat. Samus ain't like the most potent lady up close, but just 3-frame jab. But obviously not wanting to deal with Nair and how safe that is on shield. Forward air, 6 frames at the start, so can be explosive at times. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is scary. Oh, okay, still recovering. Samus will make that jump. Oh, that's, wow, okay. There's no way. There's no way Headshot takes advantage of the situation, looking for a spike. Super risky, but it's fine. It was calculated. Nothing to worry about. Air dodge well spent. Well, not well spent, well punished by Headshot. Still not letting go of the ledge until he is sent in the opposite direction.
That was smart right there on Sebayee. Just kind of drifting into Headshot right there on the right side of the stage. Obviously, you want to go for a back air, but as a Samus player, you don't want this space back here because that's not safe. And so, staying close, forcing the advantage off stage. Puerto has you covered right now. Sebayee looking prime and ready to push this to a W.
Uh-oh. Hey, I like that. Good recognition there, avoiding what could have been impending doom. Still gotta be mindful because landing is the hardest part against a Mr. Game & Watch. Get up attack, try to get him off stage, off the ledge, but still not looking pretty. Samus needs to weave and bob in the air, and it becomes increasingly harder. Like that, Sebayee taking game number 3, well, number 4 specifically, but number 3 in his favor, and that was a set. Absolutely great display of skill from both of these competitors, but of course, we said at the beginning, that matchup was a little rough.
It's a little rough, you know, and again, 2 characters kind of comprised of a similar game plan approaching the neutral, but when it's all said and done, you know, that big part of Samus' neutral, which is that low percent anything, so she can get the